Alrighty, hey everybody! Welcome to part 7 of my Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. When we last left off, we had just rescued 2 princesses, princessi, and we're going to take them back to Windia. Windia is to the northwest, so that's where we're going. We'll be facing some new enemies right when you cross about this threshold where I kind of stopped for a second. Here's our snip heads. Pretty much the same as regular gong heads, they'll just attack, except they also have the ability to build up, kind of like August did. And they'll take a turn and do nothing, and then the next turn they'll get a guaranteed critical hit. Other than that, they're not too much to worry about. Their critical hits aren't that devastating anyway. Not nearly as bad as August. Cat learns Fireball. Most powerful fire magic in the game. Unfortunately, like I said before, she doesn't have any AP to use it though. She gains it very slowly too, so probably not till level 30 or so will she have enough to actually cast it. And here's the other new enemies, the Werebear, or the W-Bear. Kind of the same as the snip heads and gong heads. These guys are pretty much like the brew, except they're a little bit stronger. They're able to counterattack sometimes, but they didn't do that this time. Other than that, nothing much to them. Healed up, just in case. Can run into... There's another enemy which you don't see here. I'll have to show it in a bonus video. They're little dragonfly guys. Yeah, so I'll just make a little separate section and show off those guys. Alright, we gotta talk to the guard. Doesn't even question why we have the princess in our company. Or they didn't even know that she was missing to begin with, so it's kind of strange. This is a maze, but it's really not too difficult. I'm just going to stop by and kind of show everyone you can talk to. Here's a couple prisoners. Black wings. Nina's wings look pretty dark compared to those, because they've been talking about her. Oh well, let's just keep wandering around. I think that was a translation problem. I think the king did exile her to protect her. I think... I don't know, the way it's written it sounds like he doesn't want to protect her and he did it on purpose, but yeah, I think he exiled her instead of executing. Mina and Nina are talking in the back. And there's this guy hanging out at the dead end. I've been waiting all the year for someone to come in so I can talk to him about it. Oh, you guys are leaving already, okay. That's pretty much it for the people you'll find in this maze. Now I'm just going to take the quickest way out. Even if you're like me and usually terrible at solving video game mazes, this one isn't that bad anyway. If you go left instead of right, there's one screen of a dead end, and so right away you know you made a mistake. And that second door leads to an immediate dead end, but other than that, any other door you go through kind of circles around the same direction. So, not too difficult. All you're trying to do is get to these stairs. Castle security at its finest. I guess it works, because we're surrounded by guards right now. Something seems to be going on here. I thought Nina and Mina were sisters. They act like they don't know each other. I love that little... Oh, cancel. Like they forgot to put in the little music. And here, for good measure, he tells you again. Yeah. It's good to be different. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Alright, well at least we can raise our spirits with a magic show now. I guess I have no choice. You're pulling me out here. Yeah, shove me in a box. Alright. I wasn't ever sure if that was supposed to be the monkey yelling, or if that was Ryu. Screaming in pain as he blows up. Whoa. We just met, okay. That's right, this is where the game introduces time travel and alternate realities. Right now I'm sitting in the void. Stan is constantly hitting on these two women. It's in this hilarious moment where Ryu's coming out of the ground. Now Cat justifiably beats the crap out of him. This whole part afterwards seemed a little, I don't know if you'd call it heavy-handed. We just met this guy. We know nothing about him except he's a phony street magician. He tried to blackmail, I don't know if he'd be blackmail even, but he tried to trick Nina and Kat into going out with him. She punches him a bunch, and he says, "Okay, forgive me, let's join up." And with that, we have our fourth party member, though. Stan is a Highlander, or a monkey. Stat-wise, I always think of him as a second-rate cat. He's pretty fast, not as fast as Cat. His attacks are pretty strong, not as strong as Cat. He has a little bit of magic that I don't use too often. So I honestly feel that Cat is better in just about every way. And Stan can take a couple more hits. Usually it's better just to kill them first. Anyway, we're back on the track now. A burglar broke in. Looked like a bat. That is who we are after. Yeah, where'd she go? Oh, she went west. Alrighty, we're back on the trail. I like having the full party of 4. I don't know. It's fun having them all follow you. That's something Final Fantasy never really did either, was show all your party members while you're traveling around. Breath of Fire has always done that, and I liked it. This is Beretta. Remember where she is, because she's important later. Not story-wise, but if you want to get a lot of cool stuff later in the game, you want to talk to her. So now we're gonna try to upgrade everything. We got 2 silver daggers, so Sten's taken care of. He's got some pretty good power to him. We're just trying to find some stuff to boost his defense, get rid of those bum clothes and suede armor. Take a little bit longer than I should have here. Kind of like when I was talking to the Manilo shop. I was trying to organize my items, try to sell some stuff just to make enough. Alright, abort. We'll come back here. And just because it's been a while since I've actually saved my game, good to talk to him. In case something goes wrong later, this way we'll only be back here instead of going all the way back to hometown when we die. Alrighty, right here I employed a smooth little piece of editing to cut out a whole bunch of grinding. And you'll see that we've all leveled up a little bit, and I bought the best equipment for everybody that is available. So we are ready to go west to search for this thief that has bat-like wings on her back. I also bought a couple of life items and a whole bunch of antidotes. I'll explain why in a moment. Also, now that we have a full party and they kind of have different statistics, I decided to actually worry about the order of my party. Manually, I was kind of showing off you can just put anyone wherever you want. Usually I just hit the auto button. What it'll do is, based on their stats, it'll line them up 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it just goes by offensive power. I'm not entirely sure. It might be defense too. So basically, the tank will be in the front, and then everyone else will be behind him. So right now, Ryu's going to take the most hits. Now we also gained a couple spells from the grinding before. Show off a little bit. But you want to kill the Death Pede first anytime you run into him. He has an annoying ability called Poison Breath. Kind of like the Joker, use Poison Chop. It doesn't do any damage to you, but has a chance to poison everybody in the party. Which is very frustrating, especially when you're on these little journeys across the map. Cave goblins, they are nothing to worry about. They go down in one hit. They sometimes run away too. Other than that, they just have regular attacks, and they are able to cast defense down, which could potentially be trouble, but you can usually kill them in one hit, so you don't have to worry about it. I just left this one fight in with extra death beads to show off the Poison Breath spell, give you an idea of how frustrating it can be, and also show off some of Sten's magic. Simple and sweet. It's a little bit more than his regular attack, but you can only cast it 3 times, and then he's tapped out, so usually don't worry about it too much. So much easier when we had Bao in the party. You could just cast Cure Poison. Oh, what's this little house to the north? I don't know what an upper-uppa is, but apparently it's pretty expensive. And they, intelligently actually, most RPGs don't do this. They lock their doors at night. So you can't just wander in at any time of the day. Oh, now there's a guy out here. It's a whole house full of monster hunters. Guess they're having a meeting of some sort. Apple fruits. Text is written in red, so it must be important. No, please tell me. You've actually seen the cavern, you may not know it. You can see the cave when you're crossing the bridge to Corsair. Whoa. So apparently they have no shame. That's how you figure out that cat is a Warren Clans member, though. No, I'm not gonna sell it to you. That's horrible. It's a nice little... cool little thing. You can be in the backyard of the house. There is something in that forest, but we don't have to worry about it for quite a while in the story, and so I'm not going to waste your time showing it now. Just remember that's there. We'll be coming back, I promise. Alrighty, let's keep heading west. Yeah, same as on the way to Windia. I said I didn't show you all the monsters. There's two other enemies that I just never ran into on the way over here. So I kind of got lucky in that regard, but unlucky in the fact that I was trying to record them all. Here I'm just wasting time trying to fish. I have urchins now, so I can try to catch the different fish besides sardines and unagi. Fortunately, they just don't seem interested in it. Sometimes they are, and sometimes they aren't. I swear, I can't figure it out. Like I said, I don't do the fishing too much. Alrighty, we are at the next town. This town is called Captain, by the way. I can't remember if anyone tells us that. Trouble with the well. We will save that a little bit later. Seems like the whole town is lost in this well. Isn't that swell? Ha ha ha, see what I did there. Alrighty. I guess they just let you build whatever you want. Okay then. Don't be huffing that paint too much. Yeah, here I just wanted to check what that W fruit was, because I had, in my mind I was thinking it was something completely different, and it was distracting me. So. It restores AP, that's it. You can buy it at any shop. Alrighty, well it sounds like we're going to have an adventure in this well, so we better rest up first. And that will actually do it for part 7. Thank you so much for listening every couple days. I love seeing all the views I get. I guess that'll do it for me. Alrighty, well have a great day, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you later. But wait, there's more! I bet you were suspicious that there's 2 more minutes left in the video. I went ahead and added the extra encounters that I missed before. These are against the dragonfly enemies. These are the ones that you'll encounter on your way to Windia or around Windia if you wander around a little bit. So they show up with the snip heads and the werebears. These guys are unique because they have the egg beater ability. And basically it means they get 2 attacks per turn. It's a little different from August, as in it has to be 2 attacks only. They can't cast a spell for one of their turns, so just expect 2 attacks per turn, so they can be devastating if you're not prepared for them, but if you have the defense, nothing to worry about. Alright, and here are the 2 Komodos. These guys aren't too difficult by themselves unless their spells get out of hand. They're able to cast Defense Up and Attack Up on each other. Defense Up, not too big a deal with magic. Their Attack Up can be pretty devastating just because of the way it's calculated in this game. But Nina's Thunder Magic is strong on them, and it attacks them both, so nothing to worry about. And then finally, here are Stooly enemies. You'll encounter these around Captain to the west. They can show up with other enemies too. By themselves, they're not too difficult. Their regular attacks don't do much. They are annoying in that they have access to all the attribute down spells. So they can do power down, defense down, agility down. And like I said before, if they show up with like the Komodos or something, they can be pretty rough. They can hit you pretty hard after that. But by themselves, nothing to worry about. Alrighty, that is all for real this time. I just wanted to make sure I included those fights so I'm not missing anything. Alrighty, check out part 8 coming in a couple days. See ya!